sorry, I was clicking. Oops. Apologies. I was clicking, deleting the old file.
I was just looking for the pillow dust. I'm laughing the whole time. Oh my god, I was for sure thought I had 1 more minute.
Yeah, okay, here, let's and then
oh, today was okay. Whew. I already got nice of a workout. Okay, I'm all like.
So Amber's having a laugh at us. Hey, Amber. Hi, Joseph.
Oh, hi, yes. Oh, hi, Karen. High five. Or I don't know, fist bump. I don't know what to do these days, or elbow.
A gray shirt as well. So hello, everybody. Apologies for the little tech thing there. We load content every week.
Enjoy to be silly. Silly is good.
Yes. So we load content to the side here that we show you guys every week, and it was so much that had added up. I was cleaning it out, and I didn't realize I pressed one. And anyway, that's what happened. So at least we didn't, we were presentable underneath.
Yeah, like I'm changing in front of my laptop. Yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Fabiola. Hello, Joseph. Ian. New Jersey. Happy last Tuesday of September. Oh my goodness. Yes, it is.
We're the 28th. I mean, and I mean, for us here in Canada, it's Thanksgiving in 2 weeks.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
So today's project is perfect for you.
Perfect. Well, I'm kind of going fall as well. So I'm going first today.
Hello.
Let me just turn on my camera.
Sorry, Lynn. Cynthia, hi.
So look, I've got my
new fancy Montreal confections.
I've got my new cutting board.
That's awesome.
So if you guys are interested, I just released actually a YouTube video. I had a sponsored video from Etsy. So I got to shop. They gave me a $500 gift card, and I bought all kinds of stuff. And this is one of the things that I got. So obviously I'm using it for my videos, but you could customize housewarming gift, whatever.
I'm asking for this is like, I want to talk. I'm so shocked it's not from AliExpress. I'm almost like disappointed.
Well, it's a completely different thing. Everybody, everybody, I find the pandemic changed with regards to supporting small businesses. And this is like the guy's actually taking wood and like etching it, and it's a completely different thing. Etsy.
It's amazing. You need to do you show the whole thing in your video?
I do show it all.
It's so beautiful.
So anyway, so here it is. And the point of this is, see, the circle is so I can put my cookie.
So it's all handcrafted, right?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
So today, this is a chocolate cookie. As you can see, it looks like just black. And so this is, I played around with Han's recipe, her sour cream soft cookie recipe. And I just took out some of the flour a little bit and put cocoa and chocolate.
I actually used it yesterday. I used it yesterday to make some giant Santa cookies.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
So this is more like, I would say, like it's kind of brownie-esque. I also replaced some of the sugars for brown sugar, so it's a little chewy, which nice. I don't hate.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
You like it? It is so dark. Your berry cocoa is amazing.
It is very, very dark. So I'm just going to, today we're doing buttercream. Tuesdays, I've been doing buttercream a lot. So I'm just going to ice the top of this cookie, and then we're just going to do a little fall decor on there. So I'm just putting it about like that. And you don't have to go, it's not super, doesn't have to be super perfect. So the decorations, I actually made them in advance with molds that I got from AliExpress. I posted the opening on my story on Instagram. So these were like 325 Canadian, I want to say. So American, very, very affordable. And I'm just going to,
these are nice,
guys. I pre-recorded the making of them. So last week I showed you guys, you're just squishing in white fondant. And then here are the yellow ones that I'm making. So I just airbrush. I like to airbrush white, the fondant, when it's like, I make them white and airbrush them. And you can see here, you can get very precise with your airbrush. I'm just closer to the flower. And so then I can, you know, and then it's just a marker for the middle. And that's it. And you have your flowers super fast. And you can make these in advance. I'm working on a paper towel because of the airbrush. And then I made a purple version. It's just a slightly different one. And again, I make them white and I'm just airbrushing. And I do like the airbrush for these decorations because I find it doesn't give such a flat color, right? Because of all the texture. Sometimes it's lighter, sometimes it's darker in areas. And then I'm using that fondant tool to kind of make a little bit of a hole in the fondant so that I can pipe a yellow middle. Because the flower was purple, if I would have painted that yellow, it wouldn't have showed. So I had to add icing on top of the purple. And the last one, this, I just want to show you guys, this flower is tiny and you can get so close and just do a little jet. And you can color the middle of these little flowers. It's so much faster than painting. You can see here, I'm just running through them and you can get very precise with your airbrush. Here they are. So I have a picture to show you them a little bit closer here. So you can see, look at the white ones. The yellow is so, like, I don't think I could have done a better job with my paintbrush. And then the purple ones, you see, like, I added a little sanding sugar, and you have
love the purple ones. I think that, I mean, they are all gorgeous. I love the sunflowers, but the purple ones, it's a shape I was looking forward to. I'm glad you did it.
Yeah, so it's just, you know.
How big are they? They look, I mean, they are not too big. What is it, like maybe 1.5 inches? Not even that.
No. They're an inch. Like this one is,
okay.
It's really small.
So it's small, it's even smaller. Okay.
I really like these.
That's nice. For the cookies, absolutely excellent.
So again, fun. You can make them in advance. You let them dry. You can put them away. And then, you know. So here I just added, I wanted it to look kind of home-esque, you know, like just homemade and not super fancy. And here I added a little bit of the cocoa to the buttercream. And I'm just adding just a crescent here on the side. And I'm not overthinking it. I'll be very honest today. I've been this week very busy with the holidays, planning videos, and then the Etsy video and all this. So I didn't have a whole lot of time. So that's the reality of everybody's life. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like when you don't have a lot of time. And sometimes you just have to make it happen, even though you don't have a lot of time. So now I'm just.
This is what I would say. You make everyone else, it took you hours, you know? You make them think it took you hours. Look,
exactly. So now I'm just adding these little flowers on the side.
Oh my goodness, is this going to be a face?
No, not at all, no.
Because look like this could be hair, and it's like a hairband, and then you put the eyes and you made a face. That's what
I'm just finishing off the end by adding some leaves, and I'm just filling in, you see? And you can add some nonpareil sprinkles. I like the white sprinkles to that, but you can see here, just quickly.
Oh, so pretty.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to they're here. I bought them. Let's see. You see the little pumpkin?
Oh, pumpkins.
They
don't have those here.
Is that going to cut?
Oh, I was going to suggest if you could cut it.
So yeah, you can add, you know, a little extra something. If you want, you can write.
That's really pretty.
So you can add as much, and if you want, you can do the sandwich version where you're stacking them. Here, I'm going to try to do it this way now. I'm going to put
Hey, Rhonda. huge. Everybody's loving it.
So it's all about the flowers that you make in advance when you're not super stressed out. Because I mean, for those of you that are in the States, you still have plenty of time to prep, right? It's far from uneven time.
Well, yes, I guess yes. It's 2 months.
So you have time to order on AliExpress. Because sometimes the delay. So
I
there.
can't believe it. It's already October.
It is. It's so fast. So now I'm just squishing these guys in.
Do you see what I mean? That this could be a face, a girl face.
My favorite ones though are these little white ones.
The little white ones.
They're super cute.
But do you see what I mean? If you put if you pipe the eyes and the mouth, it's a girl face with like lots of flowers in the hair.
It could be like a peace and love thing.
Yes. You don't see it?
Well, I see it. I see it.
Can you do it?
Can I do it?
I see it. I see it. Julia sees it as well. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Katie. Or Kate.
And that's it. You see?
All guys asking if it's white buttercream.
Yeah, it's just vanilla. And I mean, this is about being, simple family style stuff you can do.
Everybody wants you to do the face.
Okay. So what I like too is, let's say, I've mentioned this before, and I mean, if you make all your decorations, if you are maybe short on time, you could actually have everybody make their own dessert, like you think, oh, you want it perfect.
Let's invite people over and here, you're going to make your own.
Well, you'd be surprised.
They would love it, I think.
I think they would love it because not everybody owns everything to do it. And then you pull out all the trays and you guys hear.
It's like an activity, and then you could be a judge of who did it better, you did it better, you did it whatever.
Usually they're licking and they're already eating it. Okay. So you're saying
yes.
This are eyes?
Just like you did before. Everything, oh, so pretty. Everything but the leaves on the bottom, and just add the face. She can have whatever. Do you have something like that?
So what is this, cheeks?
Oh, okay. No. I mean the brown is the hair. Like you bring it out. It's like a bob. Okay,
the brown is hair.
The face is white. It's fine. And then you just do what you did, and I'll tell you where to stop.
Because you guys have like a different view than me. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like when you're working on it, I'm not seeing the face as much as you seem to be seeing the face.
Yes,
I'm gonna do it.
Things these days,
All about making
it's Tuesday. I mean, by the time we get to the Friday, I will be seeing rainbows, or I don't know.
I'm at your service. So
okay, excellent. So now do the white.
All right, so now I'm putting the white on. Hold on.
No, Julia is saying no. Put her face in the center area with all the flowers and leaves where they are. Brown icing for the hair with flowers in the hair. White icing for face.
So this is
We're just going to go with it. Okay, so now you can add your beautiful flowers that you made.
Okay, so there. Now I'm going to put it right side up for you guys. So this is the hair and this is the face. So what is the face?
I'm sorry?
Like what, do I put a face? Is anything a face?
Yes, you put the face. Do you have do you have, well, can you put your brown icing on a little spatula and just, like you said, no, like nothing fancy. She doesn't have to have like pupils and reflection or whatever. Just like.
No, I mean.
Oh, you could put look, you're all ready. Okay.
Okay.
And then, do the flowers. Be nice. No, we'll make it work. Black beads for eyes. Yes, she knows what she's doing. A nose.
There, that's a jelly bean.
That's a jelly bean.
This is a different kind of life.
Okay, we have everything going for it. I have a suggestion for a cookie. Okay, go ahead, Joseph. She's a beautiful girl, and now she has eyes. Well, I don't know. Well, now I'm thinking about Chewy. Chewbacca. Hold on. Is it Chewbacca, right? No,
So
this is like with flowers. This
this is a bit of humor.
It's fine with me, but I mean, like, okay.
That was a bit of humor.
It's a lovely flower girl with I don't know.
All right. So here, let me just.
Is it Bella from Twilight?
It could be.
Okay.
So there.
That's so cute. Karen says that she would eat all the jelly beans before they make it onto a cookie. Well, that's my case as well, Karen. I remember I bought these fancy, like metallic jelly beans. I mean, I bought them several times, and I had such great aspirations to use them, and never, ever.
You know, I don't find that it looks bad without a mouth, though. You know what I mean?
If you have a large hard sprinkle, it would work.
I'm looking for, you know what I want? Let me look in my stockpile.
Are you going to use the Dracula for something? The Dracula lips?
Well, I bought them because if you saw my pumpkin last year, you know, the one with that's like,
oh, the pumpkin. I like that pumpkin quite a lot. The orange one, like with like scary orange pumpkin.
Yes, I have a few with like candy mouths. I'm looking for. I had hearts, you know, to do the mouth. I think a heart would be cute.
She looks like the girl from the Bib.
She looks like a girl from where?
Bib. Okay, I'm looking up what's Bib. Girl from Bib. It's Bib. Bib. Oh, is it Big Bang Theory?
I mean, I can't really find. I mean, the other is another jelly bean. That's not horrible.
No, it's.
And then you get to eat 2 jelly beans. But anyway, so the point
It reminds me of dolls for Christmas. You know those dolls with like what are they? Carolers or whatever you call it. The people who come and sing.
So that's it, I guess. So the point of this is just for you guys to be able to make your flowers quickly with your airbrush. You can just, like you see, they don't look as much. Where's my picture? No, that's not what I want to show. This. They don't look, I want to say, they look like you bought them. Like they don't look, you know, like cutting corners there. This is maybe more of a cutting corner project, but it's the reality. Sometimes things are simpler some years and some lives. Right, Han?
Of course. My favorite Canadian.
So I had them frozen.
Yes, fondant. Yes, flowers are fondant. She made them out of fondant. I assume if you wanted to, you could make them from modeling chocolate, but modeling chocolate doesn't harden as fondant does, right? And it's more prone to like melting or being affected by the heat.
But in this particular case, it's all flat, so it doesn't matter if they're not hard. You know what I mean? Like
that's true. That is true.
This is not a circumstance where they need to be kind of up.
So we actually did not coordinate outfits today, but I realized we are both wearing gray.
Yes. So the jelly beans, April, they're pearls. So really not as pleasant to eat than the jelly beans. They're actually quite kind of hard. I don't really love them for this, especially this.
Well, you could use mini M&Ms if you like. Really like if you have those. The mini M&Ms is maybe slightly larger than the eyes you used, but.
And also, if you haven't heard of, it's called crisp pearls.
Oh yeah, those are, yes, I have those. But I've been eating those.
Yes, and those are like essentially like a Rice Krispie inside.
Like it's like a type of a round wafer kind of a thing, and it's like coated with like chocolate, different colors. Howdy, Jennifer. Oh, so three of us wearing gray. I don't know what is it. It's
Oh,
Tuesday.
Karen
And
was
we're
as
wearing
well.
gray.
There was another person too that had, but
So
anyway.
I'm gonna slowly get ready for my project.
So I think I had wanted here, while you're digging for yours, here, let me try one more that I had on my brain that I wanted to do. So
Okay.
here is the cookie, and I'm just going to, you guys saw me do the pumpkins a few weeks ago. So I'm just going back and forth here, filling the area. And I'm just filling here, making a pumpkin. You see? Like that. And then I'm going to add the stem for the pumpkin here.
Oh, see, that's pretty.
And then you can do a little cluster of flowers at the bottom. So maybe it would work better with a smaller piping tip.
Oh no, I think it's great. Plus, it's really fast. You're not spending, like hours, especially now during the busy season.
So there you have a little fall kind of pumpkin with a few little flowers on the side. That's a different option.
So June is wearing gray. Also, Leanne is wearing gray. Oh,
I've got gray everywhere.
Oh, Sarah, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you are going to, bounce back in a few days.
Yes, yes. Take
Sleep is
care
the
of
best
yourself.
remedy I find. All right.
You ready to go?
I'll be, I'm as ready as I will be. All right. So today I am going to work on something again. I haven't done this ever. And I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing. You're going to guess what I'm doing.
Ooh. All right, guys. Put your
It's going to be
hats on.
really easy to find out if I could find my marker. Like I had the marker here. Where is my marker? Oh, I see. All right. So I'm going to be using, this is a really nice cutter. I love anything with scalloped edge. As you know, even on gingerbread houses, it just adds like a nice detail and makes it a bit more, I would say, feminine. And I just like that a lot.
Well, the other thing too, I find that if your cookies warp a bit in the oven and your rounds are not super round, I find a scallop is more forgiving to show that it's a little bit off its perfect round.
So these cutters, they have a scalloped edge, but you can see this is a fine scalloped edge, and this is a like wider scalloped edge. This cutter is also listed, I believe, in my Global Belly shop. It's not from this set, definitely not. But this is a really nice set to have as well. So I'm gonna use it to trace.
Add your guide.
As my guide, I'm using a yellow marker. You'll be able to see it, I think, because this is a white, like a vanilla cookie. And this is super red. Super red mixed with a little bit of brown just to give it a dark tone. Okay. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to outline.
Olga had her first order, Han.
Yes, volleyball cookies.
Exciting stuff. Congratulations.
So I love the picture.
Congratulations, Olga.
Congrats. So now I'm just going to spread a thin layer. I don't want to overload this. This design, I find sometimes it can be rather bulky when it comes to the amount of royal icing used. And I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of that. You can always take off the decorative elements if there is like a lot of icing. All right. So now while this is wet, I'm going to, oh, and of course my icing just started to separate.
Cool.
Always.
Love that.
Well, what am I making? Any guesses? I mean, this you should know by now, I think.
Giant flower.
Giant flower. All right. So this is lighter red. I'm going to take dark red. I'm using a smaller piping tip. It's just easier to control. Nothing? Nobody? No guesses?
Anybody know what she's making?
I'm going to shape this little dot I made into like a star shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. If you know, aim for like 5-point star if you can.
Fabiola says cherry pie.
It's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. It's more for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I agree, these could definitely be definitely cherries.
You've got Diana cherry. No, Diana's saying a ladybug of pizza. Adriana cherry pie. Carol cherry pie.
Well, okay, so it's I suppose I can then keyword
Rachel says cranberry pie.
Cranberry pie, yes. Well, it could be cherry pie as well. Like it's very. I mean,
I'll tell you, I never heard of cranberry pie. I mean, cranberries are a big part of Thanksgiving, but I've never heard of a pie
I love cranberries. I love cranberry cookies with fresh cranberries. I have a recipe on the blog. So this is the first step. So after this step, you need to let this section crust, which is going to take not a whole lot, maybe 30 minutes or so. Lucky for you, I prepared one ahead of time. It's here. Okay. Oops. I'm just wiping this is a really handy tool to have. Marlene has been using it as well. They come in different sizes. I have just by chance, I have 3 here. So you can use these also to spread icing. And many people use these to decorate with buttercream. Have you tried, any one of you guys tried using these with buttercream, create buttercream flowers on a cake? They sure make it look like it's nothing, but it's not, you have to know like what you're doing.
If you're in Canada and you have a Dollarama near you, actually saw them at the Dollarama.
Oh, yes. Okay. So after it's crusted, all you are going to do, you're going to add few of those cherries or whatever you want to call it, cranberries on the top. It's the same idea, using the same icing. You just want to have few of those elevated. Okay. And now this is the product that I have not used. This is the first time I'm using it. I got these silicone piping bags. Anyone used these before? They're a little flexible, and I got 3 or 4 sizes. So I'll see how these work. And
my question I want to know is how fun they are to wash.
Oh, how fun are they to wash?
Like, like if they get clean easily.
Oh, Brianna uses them. What do you think, Brianna? I think they will be easy to wash. Because the inside, like the outside has a bit of a texture to it, like not a rough texture, but inside is very smooth. So I'll let you know. I don't know. I turn them inside out and I put them in a dish. Oh, you use dishwasher? Nice. Okay. So today I'm using. This is actually. I think this is the ribbon tip that you like to use.
A belt, yeah.
It's a number 44, and it's very nice and very thin and a really good size for a pie. So what I'm going to do, these should be also crusted, the top ones. And I'm going to start, like it's a bit big, so I'm going to like tie it so I can pipe. I'm going to start in the middle here. And I'm using, this is like a medium stiff consistency. It doesn't have to be super stiff. It's fine if it's a little more fluid, but not like runny, because then your lines are going to.
I really like the look of when the icing comes out of that tip.
You like the look of that?
Well, isn't it cool? It's like
Yes.
like a big fettuccine.
Oh, see, it's a little wonky there. It's okay.
This is a good project for those of you that haven't taken the plunge. This is a good beginner project.
Yes, this. I feel almost bad because this comes together so quickly, and I feel like it's not enough. Like it's not enough. But so now I'm going to. Now this is an optional, I suppose, because we're going to pipe icing on the top. But to avoid any kind of mishaps, I'm just going to remove this excess.
Just makes it tidier.
Yeah. And if you don't want to use thick icing, that's what I'm going to be using. Most of the pie cookies that I've seen, they use pedal tip, right? Pedal tip is used. But I really wanted to maintain the scalloped edge look. So I tried to use the pedal tip, but it kind of like it hides the scalloped edge, okay? So Marlene suggested, and I've seen it, but I didn't like connect the dots. So that I'm gonna use a round tip instead and just pipe dots around, and I'll smooth the top with a brush if there is like a point or something like that. And that way I will maintain the.
Well, Sarah, I'm guessing you're looking for a recipe. Well, Han has her recipes on her blog. Let me put it up.
Okay, so this is like partially crusted, so I'm gonna do.
There's her blog for her recipe.
And guys, exciting news! I just released. I'm a little behind, I have to say. About 2 weeks behind. I just released my templates for the jack-o'-lanterns that I did a couple of weeks ago. You know, the scary ones. Oh, it's actually sinking in because it's not completely crusted. It's okay. And it's in my coffee shop.
And what about your class? You're giving a class.
I also have a class, indeed. Thank you for reminding me. On October 23rd, I'm giving it. It's a live online class that I would love it if you guys can join me. It's a beginner class where we'll talk about different consistencies, and I'm also going to demonstrate how to make black royal icing, and we will actually decorate 4 different Halloween designs. And it's right 7 days before Halloween, so you can actually use those cookies if you are planning on having a party or so.
Just fun to put in your
and then
kids'
you can brag
lunchbox.
that you made them. I'm sorry?
So just fun to put in your kids' lunchbox, you know, like it's a nice surprise for them if they're not used to it.
So this is not this is not at the same stage, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. We'll see what's gonna happen.
So have you had any issues with bleeding in Spain? Has the humidity like changed from when you were in the States, or?
Well, I do have a kind of we have split units here, and one of the functions is the dehumidifier, so it's been running pretty much non-stop. However, remember when I did the jack-o'-lanterns, remember I used the clarinet. Clarinet. I used the clarinet.
Interesting. I want to see that.
I used claret color. Yes, you need to cook the cookies before the class. Yes, and all the information about the class, Gail, is on Global Belly, and you can get there directly through my Instagram account. In my bio, there is a link, and when you click on the link, you just need to click on Shop Cookie Decorating Kits. And there is also, I believe, a link to the class itself. So the claret, remember it was like there was a discoloration, butter bleed. So I think it's that particular color. You said that you had issues with the bleeding with that color. So any other colors are fine, but that color caused some butter bleed, which was fine. But I mean, I'm gonna knock on wood. So far, so good.
I'm eating some of my pumpkins.
Are you eating your pumpkins?
I
I have a question for you guys. I got like a mean comment. I don't need you to go rescue me or rescue me or anything on Facebook. In terms of candy corn, what would you say candy corn tastes like? Like I did a research. I actually had to do a research because to me it's like just sugar, but it tastes. Apparently, there is warm vanilla and like a hint of not parmesan, mozzarella, not mozzarella, marzipan. Yeah. Oh, honey. Okay, honey, chewy honey. Oh, honey. Oh, I had honey because I didn't even think of that. Chewy honey. Yeah, marshmallow. And it also said marshmallows and vanilla. Marshmallow, vanilla, and like hints of like marzipan. So it's like almondy. Candy corn is awful. Okay. Looks so good. All right. So now I'm going to go back here. And to make it a bit more realistic, I mean, none of the pies that you're going to bake at home will have a perfectly clean lattice pattern, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pipe some of those berries. Holiday pies to eat. I am very old-fashioned.
And what old-fashioned pie?
I do like apple pie. And then if somebody serves me a pecan pie.
Oh yes, I have to agree there. The pecan pie, nice pecan pie. I also I like the apple pie, and I like it with a little twist with blueberries in it.
Oh, that's blueberry. Well, I guess blueberry is not considered a holiday pie, but I also love, and this was at this friend's Thanksgiving years ago. They made it was a frozen peanut butter pie. It was so good. Awesome. It was so good. What about you guys? What are your favorite pies? Are you a pie making person, or do you buy pies? You know what I like? I like strudel. That's my like.
And coconut cream pie. I'm right there with you, having
Yes.
Dutch apple, blueberry apple. Oh, the blueberry apple is very nice.
So is it so for Thanksgiving, any pie goes, correct? Then, as long as it's a pie.
Lemon meringue pie.
Oh, I also love lemon meringue. Oh.
I've never had sweet potato pie. I have to say I'm a big sweet potato fan. I would totally, maybe I'll put that on my to-do list.
Have you tried sweet potato flan? That's very good.
I'm not so flanny.
All right. Good to know.
Chocolate rum macadamia nut.
Wow. That's gonna be like $1 million pie, no? Macadamia, that's quite expensive, no?
Michelle makes apple, pumpkin, coconut, and lemon meringue.
All in ones? Like not one.
No,
it's like all.
He has a pie session and just goes pie crazy and makes lots of pies. Key lime pie.
You folks who are really like into pie making, I have a question. Do you use
pie?
Do you use a pie dish, special pie dish, or do you just use the foil? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh well, you know what I mean, like a fancy dish for the pie. Like what's better, glass? They only have glass, I think.
Well, I'm looking at your can. For those of you that want maybe an option for a smaller cookie to put with that, you can cut the round in half or in quarters and make pie slices to have
Yes,
bite
absolutely. Absolutely. These are quite, I mean, this is, you know.
So Carol cooks in ceramic.
Ceramic. You find that's better?
Glass.
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 Glass dish.
Ceramic.
Never
foil. Free form.
Oh yeah, I love gullet. I guess that's the free form. It's a gullet. I love gullet. She puts crust on pizza. Use the aluminum. Okay, I'm gonna just see how thick this is. Hopefully, it's not too thick. Oops.
Oh yes, I gotta agree there. Banana cream pie.
Banana cream pie. Oh, there are so many. I think to pick two favorite is not even fair, right?
When I was a kid, my grandma would make her pies in a steel plate, which is what you'd kind of see in camping gear. It's a really shallow metal plate. And I mean, they were probably 100 years old. And she would like it for
graniteware. What's a graniteware? I don't know what that is.
Graniteware?
What's that?
I don't know. I'd have to Google
What's
that.
What's a graniteware? I don't know what that is. Like made out of granite? No. You can. Can you make? I don't know. Well, you look it up.
Anyway, the old kind of style of pie, the pies, like the filling wasn't as much as we see now. They would do only a little bit of filling with regards to the ratio of the crust.
Oh, really? Because now you have like deep dish, and you get like a lot of filling. You know what I would like?
That's it. That's what my grandma. That's what she's explaining. She's answering. That's it. So it was a tin kind of plate coated like this, graniteware. I didn't even know what it was, and very shallow. And she would make her pies in in these graniteware plates.
So that's what it is. That's what your grandma used, graniteware.
And Avis is saying same thing.
Interesting.
And it was a very shallow, but they were very good. I remember my grandma, she was from they were in Sudbury, and they would pick the blueberries, I mean, tiny little wild blueberries, and make blueberry pies with, maybe that's why they used the shallow pans, because the blueberries took so long to pick. Looks awesome, Han. So many options. You could make all the pie flavors we were.
It's really like this. You can do the same with blueberries. Really, the only thing, like, to make the blueberry color, I would do purple, and then or royal blue, and add some purple to it. Like,
but Han, what about if you order freeze-dried blueberries, pulverize them, stir it into your royal icing, and make real blueberry cookies?
Do you have experience with pulverized blue? It's such a waste. Sorry, because I just love. You know how much I love.
Yeah, but it's so intense. I think you could do like.
Yeah, is the color also intense with blueberries? Because when
yes,
is it?
I would eat them and my fingers would be all blue.
Oh yeah, you know how much I love. Yeah. Thirsty. So yes, because I love. You know, she knows how much I love freeze-dried fruit. It's so good, so good. Yeah, so you can definitely like play with this. Like Marlene said, I think a good idea would be to make these even like, you know, you can literally make this into 4 3 pieces or whatever, to make it like, you know, smaller, so you can what you could do, you could then make several pies. You could make blueberry pie. You could make, you know, this goes for cherry or cranberry. What other pie? I mean, you can then play with maybe banana pie if you are feeling like it.
And if you're feeling Halloweenish, throw some eyeballs in there.
Oh yeah, eyeballs, exactly.
Some
Yeah, you could
fun.
make. Why don't? Yeah, Halloween pizza would be fun. Now you got me
Yeah,
thinking.
put some bat sprinkles in there, some little
Yeah, because
eyeballs.
everybody loves to eat bats. You know,
I think that'd be funny actually
sweet and
for
chewy.
Halloween. Maybe some bones.
So yeah, so this is it. So I don't know. I'll guess I'll do this one for those of you who are joining us a little later.
So Kim, if you're just arriving, you can watch the replay. It's recorded and reposted. You just when we finish, you have to wait like 5 minutes for Facebook to and or YouTube to reload it, and you'll be able to watch it from the beginning.
Okay.
Why not, Avis? Certainly have a laugh. The kids might get a kick out of it. You're making some ghosts, the one holding the pumpkin. That one's very popular. Pretzel sticks for the bones. Yes, yes. Did you know, I just recently heard this, and it might be wrong because we hear so much whatever, that Pinterest is the 4th biggest search engine?
Pinterest?
Pinterest.
Yeah, well, first is Google, then what is YouTube?
I don't know, but my point is if you want ideas for your baking, you know, you guys, you'll see infinite things there. And if you have suggestions, we could do like, you know, what is it? What's it called?
Pinterest?
Pin or miss or something. And we could, you know, give some of these holiday things a try.
Yeah, well, I do believe. I mean, I would assume the number one is Google. YouTube is shortly after, and then what? Facebook now.
Well, I hope Facebook's not a search engine because
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just listened to some. Yeah, never mind. Let's not get into that. So, where's my packing bag? Here it is.
Hours and
this
hours.
One is big. It's like, I don't know how many inches, but it's quite big. So I think this would be for buttercream only, because you really don't need, unless you're making, I don't know. It's always better to have smaller amount of icing, I find.
And what do you, is that piping bag very short? I just saw you holding it. The other one looked very long. How long is that one?
This one is long.
Oh, yes, it's long.
It's so long.
Looks like a sock.
Yes, it is. How did you know? I watched it.
Well, did you know that if your icing is full of little sugar granules, you could put a knee-high in there and scoop out your icing?
Yeah, I think this one is quite big. I mean, it came, I got 3 different sizes, so I think I should be using this.
So who did you order from?
Amazon.
Amazon. You haven't taken the dive to...
No, but I found my credentials, so I might do it. I will do it.
Take the plunge?
Yeah, I have an account with AliExpress, but I've been trying to avoid going on there because there's just so much temptation. You want to kind of like purchase the whole domain.
Well, I just got the notification. My order's coming in. Like
another order.
For next Tuesday, if it comes in, I'm going to be showing you guys my latest find. And I think those of you that have been on a fence, you might create an account.
Oh, have you seen this? Have you seen the textured parchment? The newest thing I've seen. I send you it's textured parchment for cookies.
Well, okay, so let me just clarify the textured parchment. So it's not in fashion so much anymore. So they were called folders, and it's a paper crafting thing. And so the folder is textured. You put the parchment paper in it and run it through kind of a pasta maker. And those those folders emboss the paper. And so now people are embossing the parchment paper and selling that. But if you buy the folder, you can emboss your
you can
own
emboss
parchment
your own, and you can use any number of.
And on AliExpress, they sell paper folders. And if you go see, you'll find all the supplies to emboss your own parchment paper. So the most expensive part of that thing is the machine that kind of squishes the embossing folder to emboss the paper. But you can actually use your pasta machine. I did it. So you can run your folder through the pasta machine.
I do agree that Daedra, yes, I do like. I have to say, I do like it without the edges as well. That's why I was on the fence using the frosting on there. Or if it was really like me doing it, I would just use icing like flat around the edge to keep it like, and it would be, yeah. But
I did get embossing mats from not AliExpress. It's a ceramic company that sells embossing mats for ceramics. A projector.
Yeah, I do like it. Now I'm gonna have to redo it because I have to say I do like it. I'm not a big fan of the, like I said, the bulky stuff. So
I actually bought one of those embossing folders to experiment with it.
of course you did.
I did.
You're like treasure box. Your studio is a treasure box.
It's research. I have to do it.
Well, somebody has to do it.
That's it. That's it. So for the projector, I actually bought one. It's not a way of working that works for me. I like to add my guidelines to the cookie surface. I find the projector can be tricky, like to look at the reflection for some people, like to work, and then your hand sometimes will obstruct the.
It has to be pretty dark, no, in order to see.
Has to be dark.
It's pretty dark, right?
Yeah.
So it's yes.
So it's,
but I think for writing, right? For writing, a lot of people use it just for writing on cookies, where it's really difficult to get that specific font you want, and it can be tricky to, do it on 100 cookies.
Your colored paper.
Colored wafer paper, Karen. I bought that at AC Moore years ago. Last year. I'll look for the name because it came packaged with a label. So maybe it's something that can be. Okay, I'm gonna. Look. Give me a second.
All right. So while Han's there, I'm gonna show you guys. I have them here. So Lolita, you're asking. So here, let me show you. I'm gonna just turn on my camera. So this, I haven't really done a video or anything. This is still in the preliminaries. So here it is.
Oh, so this should, yes, go ahead.
So this is the embossing folder. Let me just, am I not in focus? All right. So it's hard to see, but if you look there, so it's relief, and then it's sandwiched. I didn't turn it on. Hold on. So you're sandwiching a piece of parchment paper in there, you close it, and then it needs to be squished very hard. And that's why there's a special machine that you grind it through. And then when it comes out, your parchment paper or whatever paper you're using is going to be embossed. You see?
Okay, so you need to pop this on a royal icing to see if it actually works.
And yes, and then just like the crinkle technique that you watched me and Han do last week, instead of having it just be crumpled, here, let me see if I can.
Yeah, there's a design, like a flower design on it.
So then you just rest that in the surface of the icing and then let it dry, and then it's going to transfer whatever. And these embossing folders come in more designs than, it's crazy how many. And the price difference from AliExpress of these folders This was $10 because I wanted it fast. I got it from Amazon. Same things on AliExpress, $2. So you can see here, and then you just crank out a bunch of this parchment paper. And so people are making these parchment paper sheets and selling them. But where there's a will, there's a way. See? So that's it.
Yes. So yes, AC More no longer exists. I know. I was there when it closed down, and I bought everything.
You bought everything. You liquidated it.
I bought everything in the baking aisle. I'm the person. Yeah. So the name of the brand of the let me okay, so you can see. It's a chocolate.
Yes, that exists still.
This still exists. This still exists. They make so many different things. So I'll look if they have wafer paper.
They still exist then.
They do still exist. Wafer paper chocolate maker, because I bought some of their sprinkles, and they're so good and so nice. Wafer paper chocolate. Yes, it's still. Well, it's eBay, Walmart actually sell out of stock. Out of stock. So yeah, look, maybe you'll find them somewhere. Chocolate maker, edible wafer paper, candy sheets, they even call it. They have them on Pinterest. Yes. So yes, this is the brand. Amazon. Let's see. Amazon, yes, I don't think they're available. So maybe it's something that is sold out, but and I remember this is all red, so this would be good for Christmas or Halloween or something like that. But I also have the multicolored ones, yes. So chocolate maker, and they make really lovely sprinkles as well. I don't know if you.
Michael's has some of their products occasionally.
Yes, they have really nice sprinkles. I particularly like their chocolate, and I think they also had the chocolate pearls, the crisp pearls.
Crisp pearls, yeah. Yes, Cynthia, they have it. So the only thing, make sure that you check the width, okay? Because the embossing folders come in certain widths, and then the crank also comes in certain widths. So if you buy an embossing folder and think that there's a standard, so make sure you get, because some of the embossing folders are actually quite narrow. So just check that out to make sure that they fit together.
No, Sylvia, those are not fondant sheets. Those are these are wafer paper. The wafer paper, it's like a communion wafer almost. I think it's very like. I find it like very pleasant taste. It's not like overly flavored. It's like light vanilla. It's just like
it's like a potato starch or rice starch or something made out of, eh?
Yeah. So I have still my leaves. I made leaves last week with wafer paper. I used the punch. So you see, it's not very thick, and you can kind of shape it if you wet it a little. It's like it is good. And people use wafer paper to make also flowers and other things for cakes.
Well, the other option is if you do have white wafer paper, you can airbrush it, or if you have a printer, you can actually print the whole sheet. Let's say you want it to be pink. Well, print it pink. That's another option if you maybe have the equipment.
Well, this is a good question, so I'll remove this. So it's not so much about bleeding, but the wetness of royal icing just affects, because it's going to dissolve, I believe, right? Or
well, what happens is it curls.
It curls up. The edges curl up. So I would wait for the icing to be dry and then apply it.
Yeah.
I think that would be the best, because then, and I think like the moisture will also affect the color. It might start also like bleeding. If you have an image on there printed, it might start doing some funky things. Yes. Because it absorbs it absorbs the moisture very quickly.
Well,
Very,
the
very quickly.
company that was started to sell them, that I recall, the first, it was a Tasty Photo Art. And they actually would recommend that you would put a layer of piping gel on the back to create a barrier to your buttercream, because initially they weren't really designed for cookies. They had them for cakes. But when I've used them, like that's it. It causes the curling, and so you don't get a really flat thing.
Yeah, this is also very much true, because if you make a flower like a rose with wafer paper and you put it in a bag, like it does dry. The wafer paper, it like you have to wet it very lightly to shape it, but then it dries, so it's not fragile, but it will break if you put pressure on it. So it's not really recommended to package it. Like if you want to package it, I would then package it in acetate boxes. You know, if you're making something elaborate that involves the wafer paper roses or something like that.
Yeah.
Package it, appropriately to that. All right, so we are going live also on Friday, guys.
Yeah.
If you are new to our live segment today, so we have another live on Friday, and it's also dedicated to cookie decorating. Although on Tuesday we go with whatever, but today it just happens that we did cookies.
On Friday, is it me and you?
No, I'm off.
You're off.
I'm off. Yes, Kim, as long as it's, So Friday we will have lovely, my favorite Canadian here, Marlene of Montreal Confections, and Amber of Sweet Ams are going to be demonstrating something amazing.
Sure. I'll have to put my thing.
So Kim has a question. So can or should you use alcohol when hand painting with airbrush color?
Do you want? Who's that?
So you can watch Marlene's video from last week's Friday. She was demonstrating this exact thing, Kim. It's a really good demonstration she did.
So if you use water, because some people, for whatever reason, don't want to use alcohol, let's just quickly, the why you're using alcohol. The why is because it dries faster than water. So alcohol evaporates quicker, and so the sugar doesn't have time to kind of break down the royal icing and create pitting and holes. So that's the why you're using alcohol.
Yes. Okay. So if you don't have, you can use Everclear or any kind of grain alcohol. I think that's what you used. It doesn't leave the unless the alcohol is flavored. Unless it's flavored, then it may have some residual flavor, right? Because I used the lemon extract for many years, because that's very high content alcohol, and it would leave like a lemony flavor, not alcohol, but like lemony flavor, which was fine with me. I love lemon, but some people may not like it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for joining us. As always, you can find our templates on coffee.com. Do you have anything prepared there?
Well, I have the stencils I loaded last week. I can reduce them again. I didn't go on before, but I'll go and put them for $3 until tomorrow. If you guys are interested, it's a 5 stencil set. If maybe you're making a gingerbread house, there's wood, there's brick.
Oh yeah, I used those already, and I have I just released, like I said, jack-o'-lantern decorating templates. You can grab those along with, it's the gingerbread house season, guys, coming up. So take advantage of these templates I have up. I have a small gingerbread house and also classic and a tall one there, along with all the other templates. So I think that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll see you next. We'll see you Friday.
Bye.
Bye.